Well, you have those people that are out there missing. They're alone out there. And then you have those that are taken. And that's what this show's about. To be honest, we need to start caring. It's not about the money. It's not about the fame. It's not about who is who. Everybody matters out there. The missing are a huge diversity of people. They're young, they're old, they're mothers, they're fathers, they're children.
Welcome, my friends. Please push subscribe and like this moment so you don't forget. Also, hit that notification bell if you would like notifications whenever I have new uploads. So let's go ahead and get started. So we call this Talking News. I'm also chasing a murder, and I also go by Debbie. So guys, make sure you hit that notification bell if you would like notifications whenever we have new uploads. So, as you know, I have been encased into this Lori Vallow case, and that's because I haven't completed the research, and there's a lot of research involved with that case. Right now, I've been keeping us, somewhat of an eye on a case that involves a woman that traveled to Florida for a visit. Her name is called Leila Cavett, and she's been missing for over a month now. She brought her 2-year-old son with her, and how they come to know about this case is kind of devastating in itself. And that is through the fact that her 2-year-old son was left wandering in a parking lot by himself. He was found in Miramar. Could you imagine, seeing this little boy, only 2 years old, wander around a parking lot, no shoes, no mother, no father, only to come and find out that the mother is missing. When Miss Cavett disappeared, her and her mother was not on the best terms. Her mom says that she had to ask her daughter to leave her home. Cavett had been quarreling with a lot of people, and that the drama had become too much for her to bear. And that was about 9 months ago. But when she heard that her daughter vanished and her son was actually found wandering around by himself, she knew something bad had happened. Her mom stated, quote, she wouldn't leave her son that long, end quote. It wasn't long, and the police were on to someone, and that guy's name is Shannon Ryan. He's 38 years old, and he is a self-professed witch who was actually later on arrested for Cavett's disappearance. They noticed that he had written online that Cavett traveled to South Florida to be his new apprentice in late July. He also mentioned that he was going to buy her truck from her. Shannon admitted to spending the day with Cavett, and this is after she arrived in South Florida, but denies having anything to do with her disappearance. So here's what we know right now. The investigation gained steam weeks later when Shannon Ryan returned to the social media claiming to have put a hex on the missing woman. Shannon likes to brag about himself being this very spiritual guru. He also provides wellness and balance type coaching, as well as providing this health type coaching. So it's kind of similar to what you're hearing is involved with this Lori Vallow case. The same thing that Lori and Chad are kind of involved with the spiritual healing, and like Zulema and Melanie Gibb, all of these guys. On Shannon's Facebook page, he has more than 37,000 followers. But guys, he doesn't seem to be a man that's there to help people or anything like that. Instead, there's a possibility that his claims to help are claims to take that well-being of others. According to Sun Central, in a 51-minute video that was posted on YouTube, he sounds agitated. he rocks back and forth. And he's talking and telling a story about Cavett showing up on his doorstep in rural Alabama on January 2019. Then he mentions something about the baby and the fact that it is dirty. He claimed that he and his then apprentice cared for her, and in return, Cavett robbed them and left them with a goodbye. Also, an FBI agent testified in court Friday that investigators recovered written conversations on Ryan's phone, revealing exchanges between Cavett and Shannon about her becoming an apprentice of his, though they found nothing indicating that she was going to sell her truck. They are saying that Cavett's phone has never been recovered. As of right now, Tina Kirby, which is Cavett's mother, has accepted her missing daughter, Leila Cavett, as possibility of being dead. The FBI told her as much. It is when the FBI asked her to take a DNA sample that she realized just how painfully real all this really was. At the end of this video, guys, I'm going to have a video on some of what he said and post it on Facebook. But guys, just know that this girl was heading for trouble because she was using men in order to survive. And anything that matters to her is only her son. But anyways, let me share with you what investigators find. Shannon had been using his debit card to buy extra strength odor eliminators, extra large garbage bags, and duct tape at a gas station and at a Walmart store. So according to this article, a federal search warrant was executed on Ryan's phone, or Shannon's phone, that showed that he had made various Google searches, including what day does commercial garbage pickup for Hollywood, Florida, as well as does bleach and alcohol make chloroform. And what it appeared to me, I had a chance to just look over this video, and I'm not as into this case as I am with the Lori Vallow, so I don't have all the details on it, but the little bit of research that I have done, it appears that he was done dirty, and I guess it was done one too many times. Cavett was able to bring out that darker side that he's been trying so hard to hide. Anyways, here's that video, guys. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and if you know something, please help, just help. And also, if you live in the Florida area, make sure you share this video. I just hope that they're able to find something. This is a devastating story, but there's a lot of people that are claiming to be, you know, these good spiritual healers. But to me, it just seems like it's a bunch of dark people trying to find this goodness, but they're really struggling to find it. Here's that video. Take care, guys. See you soon.
It's a beautiful day outside, enjoying the day after Lion Gates 9, so I'm born, birth into existence. Today, I want to talk about Leila Cavett, or Cavett, who she is and what my connection is to her. You know, Leila's missing right now. And I just want to say this. Why is it the only connection that you made between me and Leila Cavett is the one that I posted? You know, I just see some people show up on my post and says real ignorant ass shit. Real ignorant ass shit. Yeah. Some of the same individuals that I've been helping for the last 5 or 6 years. Why is it you have a missing girl or a missing woman, and the last person that seen her, which is me, who talked to the police, you ain't heard nothing about me? The police ain't flashed my name across the newspaper. They haven't put me on TV. They haven't put out a warrant for my arrest. But some of you motherfuckers want to show up on my post and say some of the most ignorant things. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Because you end up making yourself look even more foolish toward the end. woman. And I gave the police everything that I know. Everything. But here it is. And this y'all first time hearing of this. Or hearing of my connection to it. Why did I post that? Because I posted the pictures. I put the material up. Because I wanted to draw attention to the fact of what is actually going on. You know, people have begun to say, he's guilty. I'm guilty. Why am I guilty? And let me remind you, I put the information up there. You ain't heard shit about me. I posted it. He's guilty. Why? He has a felonies. He did things in the past. Yeah, I did some burglary when I was younger, and I sold drugs when I was younger, and I went to prison too. See, that was the dirt that I grew up out of. That made me the God that I am today. So now, individuals love to try to hold you to a past frequency. You mean I can't change? I can't be transformed? I can't be renewed? Oh yeah, you can do all those things. Yeah, but then the minute something goes wrong, then you go back and say, this is who the fuck he is. Look at what he used to do. He's a criminal, so he had to have something to do with it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Your vote of confidence. Because I'm a black man, right? And I'm a criminal. And I was the last one to see the girl, so automatically, I got something to do with it. Thank you, America. Prove my point. Never mind what I've been doing for the last 6 years of my life since I've been out of prison. Never mind the time, the energy, and the effort that I've dedicated to helping people, healing people. How many of y'all have I talked to personally, one-on-one, cried with you? Yeah. He was a criminal. Lock him up. He did it. Yeah, but now, you can't hold me to a past frequency. I am who I am standing in front of you. Here we are. And Leila Cavett is missing. Well, let me tell you about my connection to Leila Cavett. I said it was about a year ago. It was almost a year ago. It might be a little bit over a year. I'm living in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, me and my apprentice, Tiffany Sanders, and her son, Cadence. And we're staying in a 3-bedroom house. I say it's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And there's a thunderstorm, tornado, something going on because the weather's real bad. And I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and I say, I got a knock at the door about 2 a.m. Boom, 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 boom. Don't nobody knock on my door. So now, Miss Sanders answers the door. She goes outside, and then she comes back, and she said, there's some girl standing out on our porch and with a little baby, and they're wet, and they're dirty, and she's saying that her car broke down. I said, okay, babe, I'll go out there and talk to her. So now, I go outside, and I'm sitting up here, and I'm talking to this girl, and here's this girl with these itty-bitty shorts on, and this little bitty shirt on, and she's covered in dirt and filth, and she's wet, and she's pushing this buggy. And in this buggy is a whole bunch of junk, and it's dirty, and it's filthy, and it's wet, and there's a little baby in the buggy. And here they are, they're walking down a country-ass road in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, pushing a buggy in a thunderstorm, wet, dirty. And she tell me that her car broke down. Girl, you ain't just got out no car looking like that. She tell me she needs to use my phone. She needs to call. She's from, I think, Jasper. I need to go to Jasper. I'll take you there in the morning if I have to, and I'm going to let you make some phone call. So I go in there, and I talk to Tiffany, and we explain it, or I explain it to her. And then, so we're going to let her spend the night, and we'll just figure this out in the morning, because it's too late, you know? So, boom, I let her come in. I give her a spot in my living room. Boom, here you go. You and your son, y'all can go to sleep right here. Y'all need to take a bath, bring some more clothes out, whatever you need to do. So now, when she get up in the morning, her story isn't that her car broke down. Now, she's saying, okay, I was living with this girl, and we were living in Tennessee, and we came back down here. I think they went to Jasper, and as it was coming back through, Leila said she went in the store, Leila said she went in the store, and when she came back out, the girl had left her and all her baby stuff just out there in the parking lot. And she had been stranded in Muscle Shoals since. So I said, okay, what about your parents? So we just take you to your parents? She said, no, I can't go there. And I was like, well, why? Basically, what it broke down to, she was like, well, they're dysfunctional. And I don't want to take my son to that dysfunctional environment. And then when it really came down to it, I'm like, Leila, what's really the problem? Because usually a person can go home. She's like, listen, when I was younger, we were homeschooled, and my mother and my father molested us. Her words, not mine. And I don't know if it's true, because I know I'm dealing with a liar, but I took her on her word. She didn't want her son in that environment. I go online, I said, well, Leila, right here on your profile, it says you got a sister. She works at Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if she still works there, but she works at Dunkin' Donuts. Why can't we take you over there? And she was like, I can't go over there because when I went over there, she made me and my son sleep out on the porch. I said, Leila, your own sister, knowing you homeless, made you sleep on the porch with your 1-year-old son. That's what you want me to believe. And she was like, yeah, you know what? I believe it now. After seeing her action, I believe it. See, now, so Tiffany, that next day, took her around to all the homeless shelters in Muscle Shoals. Went like 2 or 3 in a couple churches. And she came back, she's like, they don't want her there. They say she's been there, she's disruptive, she's a runner, and she don't want help. They don't want to deal with her no more. And they telling us, the woman told me personally, or told Tiffany personally, that if you deal with her, this is what you're going to deal with. Cool. You know, people say that they light workers. People say that they help us. People say that they heal us. But now, here I am with a woman with a 1-year-old baby. Let's say about this 1-year-old baby. The baby's 1 year old and he already has rotten teeth in his mouth. And when she got up the next morning, she started feeding this baby cookies and candies and Skittles and honey buns, all the shit that she had been stealing. That's what she want to feed the baby for breakfast. I can see why his teeth is rotten. Leila, here's some breakfast. Here's some food. Here's some vegetables. Feed this to the child. Give this to the child. Oh, he don't want that. He won't can't. He likes to eat what I eat. This is the mentality that I'm dealing with. Okay. So I tell Leila, I said, Leila, listen. I don't really just want to put you out on the street. I don't want to just put you back out there with this little boy and y'all homeless and you pushing the buggy. I said, I tell you what, you can stay here. I said, you stay here. Let me teach you. I teach you tarot. I train you. I even help you start off your own business if you want. Whatever you want. But so you ain't got to be out here with you and your son pushing these streets trying to find out where you're going next. Leila decided to stay. I said about 2 weeks into it, a car pull out in my yard, and I go out there. And there's some woman sitting in the car talking about where Leila at. So I go back and Leila, there's some woman out here, and I don't really let people pull up in my house. Who is it? She said, oh, that's the girl that left me. She came back to get me. How long have you been stranded? I said, okay, Leila. You finna go with her? I mean, I don't want to be a burden. I said, Leila, listen. Woo. It's your choice. You can stay and we can continue to grow because you already see what I'm doing, or you can go with her. Leila decided to stay. And as Leila stayed, I got to observe Leila Actions. You know, I got a 1-year-old boy here and he ain't got no teeth in his mouth. I mean, rotten teeth in his mouth. And this girl sits him up in a car chair at the kitchen table, doesn't strap nothing, not even balance right, and he falls out and hit his head. She takes him outside the next day, and we got a concrete porch slab, and she sits him up in this same goddamn seat. And the boy falls and hit his head on the porch. Then, still not learning her lesson, she sits him back up in the chair to where he falls off the porch. Yeah. She loves her son, but boy, now I understand why she told me child services was trying to take her child from her. Now I see why. He got rotten teeth, he's dirty, he's nasty, he's homeless. You dropping him on his head. So now, let's fast forward a little bit. So now Leila wants to help put in some money, and I told her that's unnecessary, but she's used to doing what she do. So she likes to go on dating sites and just meet guys. And then when she meet them, she'll just get in the car with them and go. So I used to say, Leila, just leave your baby here with me if you're going to get in the car with these guys. And she's like, no, I'm just playing them out their money, and that's why I take my son, because I use them as a dick shield. How am I have sex with you and I got my son with me? So I take my son everywhere I'm going. I said, yeah, Leila, but that dangerous that you get in the car with these guys that you just met online with your child. She's grown, and they ain't got no control over that. She grown. Leila used to walk off and go to the store. It's about a mile to the store. And then when she come back, she'll come back in a car with some guy that she met at the store that just gave her a ride. Leila, that's dangerous. You shouldn't do that. And don't have them pulling up in my motherfucking yard either. Because I don't play that. This is the mentality of an individual that I was dealing with. 2 months. 2 months into Leila staying with me. She made contact with some friends from Jasper. The first guy came up there. And I was like, okay, Leila, I ain't gonna, because I don't really let people come to my house. But all right, Leila, go ahead, let them come over. So the guy come over, they stay outside, they talk. And she come back and said, one of my friends finna get ready to come pick me up. He's from Jasper, and we getting ready to go. And I'll be back in 2 or 3 days. I said, okay, Leila, I'll see you in 2 or 3 days. So the next guy pull up, and I don't ever even go outside. And she outside talking to him, boom, boom. I'm in my room. I go to sleep. When I get up, Leila's gone. But not only is Leila gone, a lot of my shit is gone. And she stole my cat. My cat disappeared. Mancoon, beautiful cat. Haru. She stole my cat, y'all. And now here it is. She comes back after 2 days. I don't even say nothing. I let her stay in that house for 2 more days before I even addressed this issue of some of this missing shit. And what I noticed was, this girl been sleeping with this cat, playing with this cat every day. Now, this cat could have ran away. It's possible. It's possible. It's possible my cat just ran away, y'all. But now, here it is, and I got a Mancoon, and you've been playing with him and sleeping with him and everything. And now, for the 2 days that you've been back, you don't even notice he missing or don't even address the issue or ask, where is he? That's how I know you got my cat. And so, now, I address the issue with her. I confront her. We argue. And I tell her she gotta get the fuck out. I can't have nobody in my house stealing from me. I can't. I'm giving you too much. Ain't nobody giving me no money. Ain't nobody giving me no government support. Here I am, taking care of 2 women and 2 children. Ain't not one of them mine. Let's talk about it. Since we like workers, since we help people, well, here I am helping people. Here I am, I just took someone homeless off the street, her and her son, and I gave her a place to stay, and she just stole from me. So you know what? I'm gonna put her back out on the street. So now here we are, and she's crying, oh, I can't, no, I don't, all that other bullshit, lip service. And I'm looking at her son as I'm getting ready to put her out my goddamn back door, because she don't deserve to get put out my front. You finna go out my back door. And I look at her son. Why did I look at him? Because he's crying. This is a little boy I've been taking care of for almost 2 months now. And my heart break. She found that last little piece of heart that I had and she broke it. And I'm like, Leila, come here. Because you don't have nowhere to go. So why are you stealing from the only person that offered you a place to go, that offered you a job, that offered to teach you, that offered to give you support, and ain't trying to have sex with you, ain't trying to manipulate you, ain't trying to get in your panties, ask you for nothing. And you want to steal from me. Here we go. I let her stay. But you know what? I got my own plans right now. So in my mind, I'm like, I got to get her out of the house because she ain't going to continue to take. See, I understand that she's a thief. I've been a thief. I understand that she steals. I steal, so I ain't going to pass no judgment on her. I just want you to change like I changed. A motherfucker can change, y'all. You can look at a report or you can look at a person's felonies and say, oh, this is who they are. No. That's what's on paper. I'm in the present. I tried to bring her to the present and not her past. Here we are. And I decided to manifest Leila a car. Yeah, let her up and get you away from here. And so now, I think it took like a week or 2. It didn't take much longer. I don't think she stayed with me much longer after that. Maybe it was a month. And we manifested her a car. The first time Leila leaves my house, here you go again. Here you go. Second time she leaves my house. In her car. There's so much stuff turned up missing. Oils, herbs, eggs, stones, crystals, about this size. About 50, 60 of them. They just gone all of a sudden. Oh, so I'm mad. We exchanged all kind of texts back and forth. I didn't take your stuff. I know what you're talking about. Leila, come on. Okay, so here it is. And I hexed her. Till you return all my shit. Till you return everything that you took. you're going to remain homeless, and everywhere that you go, people are going to try to take your son from you. That was my head. And now, here it is. Yeah, y'all got to realize, I'm all the way thorough and honest. I don't play. So now, here it is. I'd say about 6, 7, 8 months go by. Me and Leila make contact. And forgiveness is given. And here we are, we on a new journey together. I'm showing up online because here she is and she's still homeless. Living with some man that she just met. That picked her up on the way when she was walking down the street to go to work. So she said, I don't know. Here she is and she homeless. Okay, Leila. I'll go ahead. Let's go ahead. I'll teach you. So I'm showing up online and I'm teaching her tarot. Continue where we picked up. Last left off at. We picked up right where we left off at. Because you know what? Leila's a witch. Natural witch. And so powerful. Because I wouldn't pour into her if she wasn't. So I'm giving her everything that she asked for. Right here for free. I charge $500 a month. And now here it is. And I'm teaching this girl for free that they stole from me. You can't tell me about my motherfucking heart. A couple months go by, me and Leila, we own it, all contact. But we headed in the right direction. And she says, I want it. I'm tired. If you want it, Leila, got it for you. Same thing that I offered you before you left. It's still right here for you. I said about another month or two, because I think she's off in Ohio. Go by, and we really ain't talking as much, but we message. We good. Now, this is where I got to kind of shift the focus of this story to Christina Lawson. Christina Lawson is my intern. I met her around this time. She had been following me for 3-4 years, and finally we talked. Boom, she joined the mentorship, y'all. So now here we are, and me and Christina, we're meeting up for meetings, and she lives in Hollywood, Florida. Yeah. And then, during the course of our lessons, she started telling me about herself. She told me that she had an infection that attacked her heart. She ended up having to get a heart transplant. And then when they put the new heart in her, her body rejected the heart. Then on top of that, she has cancer, or caught cancer. And when she began to tell me about all these things, I understood the nature of her problem.